What's going on, everyone? Randy here, Nerds Templar, doing some more Pokemon card collecting. Episode 61. We are now one day away from the end of month number 5. Well, one day, I suppose, one stream, which means the next stream, this coming Friday, the big Friday evening stream we have, is going to be an Elite Trainer Box stream, our Elite Trainer Box of the month. And so actually at the end of this stream, after we look at what we got here, I will be opening the box up, the shipping box, to see what we have ETB wise. Right here we just have my overflow, my deck. Again, as the title says, we're checking out what I got from the tournament. I also bought, so what I got was second to last place this time. I actually won 1 and 2. It was only enough people to do 3 rounds. So I won 1 and 2. It's pretty good. I was happy with that. And actually, I probably could have won 2 and 1, but I wasn't thinking about. I wasn't aware, and if I would have thought about it after the first knockout, I was playing against an Iron Hands EX deck. If I would have thought about it after he knocked one of my Pokemon out, I probably could have won the match because I could have brought him up with a boss's orders. I think I took, my opponent had all Pokemon EX or V up on the bench. I don't think she even had anything else in the deck playable other than Pokemon V or EX is. And I had at the moment, I had a moment to take out basically anything on her bench with boss's orders and Drifloon, and I ended up just taking out the Mew EX that was up. Instead of using my boss's orders, I just took that out. If I would have taken out Iron Hands EX, I don't think she wouldn't have had much way of hurting me, because I had Mimikyu just stonewalling her completely. I only put the Drifloon in so I could do some, actually take some prizes. But because I had a plan for how I was going to take all of them, since, again, she had all Pokemon EX up. So it was just going to be 3 knockouts in a win. I had all pretty much planned out. My bench was looking good. Everything was looking pretty good. But, yeah, I ended up not taking account of the extra prize drawn for the Iron Hands EX. And if I did, I would have taken that out, got that right out of the way. And if it would have come up again, just taken that one out too. And then I would have probably won, because I would have at that point, I mean, I could have just long played it, I suppose, and kept the Mimikyu in the entire time, and just let her take a few prizes off of, getting the counter catcher or a boss's orders or something like that. Well, I guess not counter catcher. She had the prime catcher. Probably had a few boss's orders, but that wouldn't have quite been enough unless she took out one of my Gardevoir EX. It wouldn't have probably been enough to take all my prizes. I was hoping I would maybe dry her out of all her abilities to swap out my active Pokemon. And if I could just keep Mimikyu in there, it would have been just a win by default by me. But then we would have had to actually play the match out. Anyway, that was my second of 3 matches. My third match I won. The first matchup, I didn't really have anything going too poorly for me, except the fact that my opponent was drawing like everything he needed. He was playing the new Greninja EX Frostlass deck, and he pretty much immediately had his Greninja EX, had the energy he needed to do some really big damage early on to my bench, and then had 2 Frostlass early, and then a third one toward the end of the match. And it was just, and all my Pokemon have abilities, as you might know, in the Gardevoir EX deck, most of them at least. And so he was just damage on everything constantly. And at that point, I was pretty much done, because he took out two of my bench Pokemon early. So anyway, I did end up second to last place. Whatever. As I was saying to the guys, I just go to chill, to give the owner some business, and get some prize packs, have a good time. So that's what we did. We got 4 prize packs plus 2 Twilight Masquerade packs for our participation. And then I also bought 2 more Twilight Masquerade, one of which I opened, one of which is still sealed. We'll look at that. And also, you know what? There is somewhere here something else I have. Oh yeah, it's in a stack somewhere that we're going to look at. It's in my box. I'll have to grab real quick. Yeah, one more stack we'll look at. Sitting right in the front there. Once we're done. And one more thing. Need some cards up here. All right, I did say, and I have been doing this running top 10 here. So let's do that. We'll probably be able to fit them all right. So at the moment, at least as far as I've gotten in going back through everything to evaluate, reevaluate, this is where we're at. And I think this is as of episode 45 or 45, I'm pretty sure. In fact, I just remembered I forgot. I needed to change one more card or put one more card in a sleeve that's still in the binder, which you may or may not recall once we get there. Nope. Keep doing that. Vaporeon, still one of my favorites. The Espeon promo from the tin. Oh no. I like that Eerie. I think that's going to go back up in price. Eerie can be pretty devastating. That's actually, speaking of that Iron Hands deck, that's what I was telling her and talking to her and the guy next to me. I'm like, oh man, yeah, I don't have Eerie in my deck anymore. But if I was trying to slow play this and trying to, right, because you have to reveal hand and yeah, you discard up to 2 item cards you find there. Okay, so never mind. So you could, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if she had an item like a Pokemon Catcher or something, but I guess it wouldn't work on boss's order for boss's orders. It's not any card. All right, there we go. The card we're missing, which would have kicked out Daisy's help there, would be the shiny Charmeleon. Awesome card. I think that's like that was that's actually the second most valuable. I'm pretty sure. Especially now, I think Eerie went down a little bit. You can pretty much see all of those, I guess. Charizard there. Oh yeah, I did have this over here now. All right. Okay, here we go. So, opened all of these. I wanted to, see if I got anything people would use. In fact, I did on the last prize pack I opened. So, I was glad I did all of them. All right, we will go through actually the order I opened them. Why not? And yeah, so no code cards used yet. I'll give you some of them. All right. I also didn't evaluate these, but we might be able to kind of remember. You might know. I might know. Some of them are duplicates. Sorry if you hear any loud trucks going by. They've been doing it since 3:30 in the morning. Pretty crazy. Arezu, Beach Court. Both not very good. Archeop's not that great either, but I guess not terrible. Got the Hollow Metal Energy. Excuse me. Hollow Metal Energy. Always nice to get those hollows. Hollow Grass Energy. I was opening these and the guys were like, "Oh man, that's crazy that you got." I'm like, I get that like every other pack. I get 2 Hollow Energies. It's ridiculous. These Pokemon people, they just love to give me a bunch of energies. So that was what we got there. Nothing too intense, but hey, those energies aren't bad. We did have an old one of the very old from Series 1, Darkness Energies, up on our top 10 recently. So yeah, that was the one prize pack Series 4 we had. These, then we had 2 Series 3s. We had a Jock, which isn't terrible, I guess, but it is just the unhollow. Penny, I don't know if that's any good. Reggie Drago, also not sure about that one. A Hollow Professor's Research, I think we have a couple of those maybe. Hollow Jacques, which I know we have at least one of. And another guy pulled a Hollow Jacques the same time I did, and you always got to say, hello, Jacques. Got a Psychic, regular Psychic Energy. But at least another Psychic, I guess. We're getting close to actually having enough to probably use them in my deck if I wanted. So again, nothing really noteworthy. Oh, so I didn't need to put those back in, huh? Yeah, and speaking of prize cards, I've actually changed a lot of things up on the, well, not a lot, I guess maybe a dozen or so products, singles on TCGPlayer. And I now have some prize cards, some of my prize cards, because I don't have any from the auction. They're all, any prize cards you see would be my own, the ones you see here, or, you know, in past videos, obviously, not these just yet. But yeah, they would be my own. And there's maybe about 10 of those. Got a Muck, again, another prize pack Series 3, and then we got one more that's Series 2 there. I open them again in that order. Lake Equity, I'm not sure if that's what I said. Regigigas, I don't know, maybe okay, I'm not sure. Again on that one. Hollow Arvin is always wonderful. Yeah, that's probably the best card we got. Hollow Dondozo, I think there's only a hollow version of him, and me and one of my new buddies over there, Preston, were talking about Dondozo because I was telling him I pulled that Tatsugiri. Just maybe it's not up here yet. It will, I think, maybe make the top 10 where we're currently at. But it's definitely also one of my favorite cards. It's currently my Discord icon and also my home screen on my phone. He's just such a cool little sushi fish thing. And our lightning energy. So yeah, the Arvin at least was something. And then finally, the prize pack Series 2. One of these days we'll get more than, I think the standard there is to give 4 and then two regular packs. And one of these days we'll get more than just the participation prize, which is what second to last place also got. I don't know if it's like the top cut is where he starts giving more away, you know, for each level, each rank, each place. That's the right word. Choice belt. These are most of these I think are still usable, but getting toward the end. So you will probably see, as always, you'll probably see the ones from late Sword and Shield that are still standard. Those are what are going to be going up on my shop. Right now I'm trying to shift out the less valuable for more valuable ones. So you're going to see the prices of the more valuable cards being posted. Let's put it that way. Thus the price going up. I was trying to get a total of how much I have posted, like price wise, but I wasn't able to find out how to see that on TCGPlayer. Fog Crystal, I'm pretty sure we have one of those, and the Choice Belt. The Manaphy was a nice hit. You know, we have our own now, but that's pretty cool. It's a good one to get now. Again, that's a good one also to sell now, while he's still got a good year left in him. I mean, a good half a year, more than that. I just read April, between March and April is usually or always when standard rotation shifts in Pokemon. So obviously that just happened. We've been talking about that for months now. So yeah, we got a while still before Manaphy is kicked out. That will be a sad day for sure. I don't know. Sydney bouncing around. I don't know how often they remake Pokemon. They remake trainers all the time, so it's always good to get like an old Ultra Ball or something like that. It's always nice because you can still use those for until they stop making Ultra Balls, I guess, or make them differently. Melota, and then another Hollow Energy, which was a Water Energy, and then it just miraculously changed into a Fighting Energy. No, again, that same guy, my buddy Preston, he plays the Chien-Pao deck. I think I mentioned in the past that he is just like he wants any hollow water energies anyone pulls, he's trying to get, and we're both sitting there next to each other pulling all our packs, and boom, there it is. Our last packs, we both get a hollow energy. Mine's a water, and he's like, "Yo, you want to trade?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." So, and it was both the late Sword and Shield version, so like the prize pack 2 or 3. Which again was what everyone had basically, except everyone had 1 4, 2 3s, and 1 2. So basically, everyone was getting these types of energies. You had 1 pack. Everyone had 1 pack or more, I guess, if you were a winner, where there was 1 Scarlet Violet, 3 of these, basically. So we ended up with actually the one where we got the hollow energies was just the Series 4. So we did end up with 2 of the Scarlet Violet hollows and 1 of the Sword Shield, late Sword Shield hollows. I think this one was the least valuable of these types of energies, but the water was the second least valuable, so it wasn't, and it was like not much of a difference. So plus he gave me a couple cards a couple months ago or whatever. So that's just the great thing about going down and hanging out with those guys and all that. Oh yeah, I guess I only gave you 1 code card. There's another one. 2 for you, 2 for me. Boom. RRK NTYG BQG 42P. Yeah. So just swap cards. If someone needs something, get it. Help each other out. What goes around comes around. I think that's just what's expected and understood. So pretty nice, pretty awesome. So first Twilight Masquerade pack, 2 of these were for prize, counted as prize packs, if you will. Sandygast, Dreepy, Phoebus, Girafarig, Brute Bonnet, not terrible, I guess. Ambipom, bug catching set, which might be pretty good. That look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 2 in any combination of 5 grass Pokemon, basic grass energy cards you find there, and put them into your deck, into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So it's like there's several like supporters that do this with other types. So being that that's just an item that does that, that's pretty amazing. Although you're just looking at the top 7 cards, it's not like you're searching your deck for those things. That's what the supporters do. A little different, but still nice for an item. The reverse hollow Emolga, which I have a lot of these, not this one specifically, but a lot of reverse hollow Emolgos. The Okie Dokie reverse hollow rare, which might be pretty decent, might be, we'll see. And then something else I have a ton of, reverse hollow Hisuian Arcanine, and basically all the sets, duplicates probably. Some crazy hollow bend going on in this one. And then, yeah, lightning energy. All right, 1. 2. And again, we got 4 of these, 2 from prizes, and then I went and bought 2. I was actually going to go there and get some packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards instead of Pokemon for, because I knew I was going to get prize packs and some extras. Like I was assuming this is exactly what I was going to get because this is what he's given in the past for the losers like me. So I figured 4 prize packs of some sort and 2 of the newest set, and that's what it was. So I figured I'd go and probably buy a few Yu-Gi-Oh packs, and I also got some new yellow sleeves, some of which are right here. You maybe see it's like actually like a very yellow, it's like a tint of green, not too much green, but it is definitely like a more on the green side of yellow. Interesting color. But yeah, another Phoebus, Giraffe Rig. Oh yeah, in here. I have that one. Vulpix. A Froakie could be, yeah, could be good because this is the one that's used in that deck that kicked my butt real hard in the first round. The Greninja EX. That Greninja EX. Not only does that art look cool, but it's super strong. The guy I played against had one, not one of the super expensive ones, but one of the like other full art ones. The other full art one, I should say. And it was awesome. But he actually pulled that himself. Got another of the festival lead grass diplins there. Another new version of the Spit Shot Cramorant, not the good one, not like the Lost Origin. Luckily, thank goodness. I hope that's done. I don't want to keep having to deal with Lost Box stuff. Even though I've never dealt with it, I don't want to have to deal with it. Lots of nonsense. Kieran Trainer, not too bad, I don't think. It's kind of like you can either switch or you can either use it as like a switch card basically, or you can use it as like extra damage on a Pokemon Viewer EX, which eventually will just be a Pokemon EX next year. Again, when Sword and Shield is all rotated out. The Reverse Hollow Heracross. Got the Reverse Hollow Rare Chandelure. Yep. Lets you draw. Lets both players draw one card every turn. And the Hollow Walking Wake, regular Hollow Walking Wake. Yeah, I think we got one of those already. Grass Energy. Not the best. Maybe not the worst Hollow. I like a Hisuian Arcanine, perhaps. All right, so this was the one pack I opened that I bought. As you can see, I didn't get much of anything, so I was chasing a little bit, trying to get something, just something worth something. Limit. Lampent. Poltergeist. I don't know if that's used or not, but they do have a lot of those in this set. The full arts and all that stuff. Ducklet. And the Dragon Diplin. Got the Chiyu. A Lucky Helmet, not terrible, I suppose. And I guess I counted wrong on the commons. Yeah, 4. The Reverse Hollow Leafeon is pretty awesome. Even though it's just a common, definitely awesome. It's Leafeon. Hey, can't be. It's actually not too bad price-wise. I think it's more than Glaceon as well. They're both pretty good. So the Reverse Hollow might be decent. We got the Reverse Hollow version of the Cramorant, and then another Frostlass. Got several of these, but hey, again, it might be one of the decent hollows. If that deck ends up getting played pretty heavily, then that'll be a card people are at least buying. And hey, a Psychic Energy. Oh yes, and I guess I'll keep that one for myself. Probably saw it already, but we'll see. If you got it, you got it. If not, then I'll take it. All right, but then we have one actual pack to open here, and maybe, again, as you saw, I still didn't get anything on that one. It was a sad day. Other guys, actually, this time, I got it wrong, unfortunately. I guess he pulled one good card, but that kid I say always pulls like a good card out of every pack. He didn't get anything very good, but I think he did have one decent card that he ended up selling while he was still there. Okay, Illimize. Oh, wait, here you go. Here you go. Thanks, guys, for chilling, joining me. I am going to start trying my best to do at least this part quick, get this done quick, but I do sometimes I like to wait a little bit just to let people filter in. Since we are streaming, it's not necessarily a straight up video here. Illimize got the Applin, Dragon Applin, a Nose Pass, and Seeking, Hey, we got the festival grounds. Okay. Lamora and a Poliwrath. All right, reverse hollow one. Poltergeist. I'm scared, guys. I don't think we're going to get anything at all here. Second, Hisuian Growlithe, reverse hollow, and our rare. Iron Leaves hollow. Okay, well, we got two of the, whatever you call them. I don't even know what you would call them. Oh yeah, what's that Rift called? Paradox Rift Pokemon? Not like the set, but the DLC from the game, right? All right, well that's that. I guess we don't really have anything to eval, do we? I mean, I always could, but I don't think I'm going to. We do have other stuff here we could check out, such as what I have up there, my shop. I'm just gonna later we'll check out what we got. But you know what? Let's once this loads, let's just look up that Arven real quick, I guess, because I think that's the only thing. We can look up the Arven and let's look up these energies, the grass and the metal, and I'll look up the fighting. I think it was about $1. Actually, yeah, I'll look at it because we'll just look at the prize pack series cards. No, never mind. I take that back because I don't know what's happening here. Not sure what. Oh yeah, maintenance on the platform as they have there. Momentary interruptions. Okay, well, maybe we won't do that. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Nope. That's about as far as we're getting right now. Thanks, TCGPlayer. Okay. Anyway, that doesn't matter because right now we can just switch. And what was I gonna show? A couple different things. I did want to just point out. I'm not going to show them, but right back here you see 8 different very mini decks. They're 23 card decks currently. I'm trying to add cards to them, maybe get them up to 30 card decks, one of each type. And there's about, I don't know how, right now there's 10 Pokemon each in each deck. And every Pokemon, well, I should say no Pokemon has any words to the attacks, to their attacks, or they don't have any abilities. So there's nothing like extra to read on the cards. It's like extreme. I'm assuming that's pretty much what my first battle is like, but like more structured, obviously, because they're giving you exactly what you need. I just pulled from the early Sword and Shield bulk that I have sitting here that's not worth a whole lot. Made those decks out of what I had. Worked out pretty well, honestly. I tested a few of them on myself. They weren't too bad. They were close matchups. It was working out well, in my opinion. I used a few different trainers, but the roles I'm going to go by are I use trainers that are supporters with basically one person in the picture, and those will be 2 card draw cards. I have cards with a supporter card with 2 people in the picture, like the league staff or whatever, and those are 4 card draw cards. I think there's just one in a deck. And then also, which you don't really even need to use because you run out of cards. I think right now, as I'm still building the decks, you don't lose when you run out of cards. You just kind of keep playing without being able to draw cards. But eventually, I think maybe we can put that roll back into place once I make them 30 card decks, because I'm also using just not non-card prizes. So kind of just right now using empty sleeves. Could use basically anything you want. Could use pieces of candy if you're actually playing with like a bunch of kids or something. That'd be fun, but just not the cards, because that puts 3 cards back into the deck, because I was using 3 prize cards each. Then it makes the game smaller. I think again my first battle does the same thing. Those little starter deck things that Pokemon makes, they just make prize tokens that you take instead of putting your actual cards into the prizes. But yeah, it was kind of fun. I think it's going to be a really good way for kids, young kids. It's like level 0, like even much more level 0 than the Battle Academy, which is much more like a level 1. It's like it's pretty much like the Blastoise and the Venusaur V decks that I've tested those. Those are pretty much the only Only other decks I've tested other than the Battle Academy and obviously my own tournament deck, which is totally different because it would just wipe the floor with anything, any of those early starter decks at least. Maybe not the league battle decks. Those might give my deck a run for its money. It is technically a league battle deck with some modifications, good modifications, but still. And even though those league battle decks actually give you little guides for upgrades, deck upgrades, because they're not going to fill it with all the really good cards, I suppose. All right, so what we have is here. Oh, let's check this out real quick. So I was speaking of that kid that pulls a lot of good cards. This time he didn't. He comes up to me. He's leaving, and he hands me a stack of cards. He literally handed me the rest of the card, everything he got from the prizes, other than the card that he sold. And I think he gave the code cards to that my buddy Preston, our friend, our other compatriot Preston, who does the TCG live. So, but he must have missed one. So you guys can have the one that he missed there. It's an extra code card for you, courtesy of Joey, our good friend Joey, who also got us all these cards. So we'll look through those too. Helioptile, and I'm saving them off to the side here. I will probably go through and see how much everything total is worth. And he's trying to build a whole deck of prize pack cards. What he can put in as prize pack cards at least. He mostly needs trainers and probably like really good ones if I don't think he's going to try for like a Charizard EX stamped, but like the trainers and stuff. So Hollow Arven is one that he needs. I'm going to give him for sure. Going to just give him the Hollow Arven because all these cards, you'll see why they're not just junk. So Denizen, Caretaker, Limit, and I just sleeved everything up because again I'm not claiming them as my own just yet. Snorlax, Lana's Aid, which I think is going to be a good card. A Leafeon, an unhollow Leafeon, but still. Reverse Hollow Tangela, Frogadier, which isn't going to be used as much, of course, as the Froakie, but still, you might find the Reverse Hollows getting up there a little bit in price. More often than not, people, I'm sure, are going to try to rare candy around the Frogadier. Got ourselves a Dragon Applin, Nose Pass, another Seeking, Sunkern, Community Center, Barrigaraf, another Brute Bonnet, Reverse Hollow Phantump, Reverse Hollow Sandygast, and of course another Hisuian Arcanine. I told one of the guys there, I think I'm the owner of the most Hisuian Arcanine ever, anywhere. Then at the end here, I put the energies, Darkness and Metal, and then got a bunch of, these are all prize pack series cards here. So they're not going to be too bad. Leafy Camo Poncho, not bad, not too bad. Chorus's Experiment, not too bad either. Gallade, I'm not sure about that one. Might be not bad either. Is Astral Radiance. Switch Cart, Hollow Switch Cart. I mean, come on. Hollow Switch Cart, man. That right there is worth just a straight up trade of the Arven, I would say. Although that one's going to be out much earlier than Arven, who's... I'm not sure. They probably made... Oh, wait, no. Was Arven made in Paradox? No, not Paradox Rift. It was Temporal Forces. Yeah, that's right. Temporal Forces, the first true new set we were around for that we kind of, showed off, I suppose. That was the new year, whatever it is, H. Yeah, these are the Twilight Masquerade, obviously, are also that. So, yeah, we're now in H. I don't know if there's any H Arvens just yet, but there are obviously Gs. All of them are Gs. But then again, to add to it, a Reverse Hollow Ultra Ball, or Hollow Ultra Ball, sorry. And then a Hollow Stamp Drifloon, our little Drifloon boy. We only use one of them. But again, this deck is now, or it was at least like a week ago. Maybe it's not anymore, but it was like the premier deck in North America. The newer version of my deck, my Gardevoir EX, which premieres the Drifloon with his Balloon Blast, which does 30 damage for each damage counter on him. So it Balloon blasts away basically anything when he has a tool equipped, giving him more HP. Got a stamped electric generator, not worth as much as I thought it would be with the Iron Hands EX deck being played. 2 different versions of it, apparently. Or Miraidons, apparently, as well. Superior Energy Retrieval, that's a good one, too. Then we also got our Mimikyu, our good old Stonewall boy with the ability Safeguard. I love this card so much. I'm not like a huge fan on it. I was never really a big fan of Mimikyu as a Pokemon. But ever since I started using this deck, and he won me my very first match on TCG Live, but honestly, I guess he didn't win me my very first match. I think it was. No, I did win, I think, last tournament, or 2 tournaments. My first tournament, I think I did have 1 win. Anyway, yeah, Mimikyu, I don't know. It might be my favorite card in the deck because of what he does. Hollow Beach Court, Toolbox, another Leafy Camo Poncho, Registeel, and another Hollow Switch card. Another Hollow Switch card. Elsa's Sparkle, Roseanne's Backup. Yeah, I have both of those. I was trying to think if I posted one of those. I don't think I have, no, because I think I only have 4 in there. The 4 best prize cards I have from the late Sword and Shield era. Cresselia, which no, yeah, that's a Lost Origin Cresselia. That's an old one. The Hollow Manaphy, though, I mean, he pulled some decent. They're not like, obviously, they're not like amazing, extremely valuable ones, but they're like really, really good mid-range cards, I'd say. Hollow Elsa's Sparkle, which would have been a good pull. This is Fusion Strike, would have been a good pull last year, I suppose. And then we got Fire Energy, Lightning Energy, and another Psychic Energy. Yeah. And then a Fighting to finish it off. So, I mean, really, that's what I mean, man. He just handed me this stack, and then I'm like, what? Preston, the other guy standing there, he's like, what? And he's like, it's all just bulk. I'm not going to use it in my deck. And I'm like, okay. I can't say no because I'm going to be able to do something with that. And I knew that he needed some. I knew that he said something about an Arvin and maybe an Ultra Ball that he needed, but obviously not the Ultra Ball because he gave us one. But he does need the Arvin. I asked him on Discord. So we at least have 1 card that we can give him. But again, I have all those Hollow Darkness energies. And I think I don't know what he's using. I didn't play him this time around, so I didn't actually see his deck at all. But if he's using Charizard EX, then I'd ask him if he wants some Darkness energies, because I got 3, I think, 4 maybe. Crazy, I have so many. So that's that. I don't know what else we have here. There was something else I think I was going to mention. Our store. We'll talk about the store a bit, I guess. Still waiting for that second sale, guys. Somebody be sale number 2 so we can move up to level 2 and I can post 400 more items on this bad boy. We can get going here. All this stuff all in the back here, reorganized now. All my these 2 boxes, because now we have all the cards for sale and potentially for sale right here or in this binder here. Yeah, that binder is actually just the regular unhollow commons and uncommons because everything else is like sleeved up in here and ready to go. And I didn't want to use sleeves yet on just the commons and stuff, so they're just in the binder to keep them safe. And yeah, here, let's just check out, I suppose. So since we can at least do this, check out what I got on the shop here. So I took down everything pretty much lower than this stuff you see right here. Oh, excuse me, there was a few, like everything I unposted was lower than where are we here? These are some of these are okay. So these rares were newly posted. Magmortar as well as newly posted. Everything below Energy Lotto, I think there was a couple above it as well that I may have gotten rid of. I meant to actually take the Energy Lottos off, but I guess I maybe decided to keep them for now just in case. Maybe it was because of the let's see if it works now. Maybe it was because of the way it was trending. But yeah, so I've got a couple other ones. The Alchemy. Some of the, I think these are all reverse hollows. Grimmsnarl, Magmortar. Yeah, I think you'll see these two here. The Motham, there's the Grimmsnarl, Alchemy, Magmortar, the Leopard, the Muck that's down there. And there's going to be a Duskmoor. I think I added a couple more Duskmoor in there. There's Infernape and a Blissey and a Trevenant. Those might not last too long, so we'll see. And there's going to be a Motham as well in there, in here. So I'm not sure what's going to happen once we go to the next play. There's the Motham there. Mewtwo's still there, the Milotic, all this stuff. All the deck exclusive cards, even if they're a little cheaper, like the Professor's Research. I thought there was maybe another one down here, maybe not. Yeah, I kept all those on. I would like to just get rid of those. If anyone needs to, I guess, have a refurbish their structure decks, they can do that. Or if they just prefer having an unhollow Professor's Research in their deck instead of a hollow version. And then kept Tauros because that's a reverse hollow. Trekking Shoes I kept, but I'm not sure how long we'll keep. Those are trending back upward, so that's why they're a little higher than the market price. Again, it's worth it. Again, as I always say, just think of any extra cost as donation to the channel to see us grow a little bit. The Landorus there is a reverse hollow, so that is why that is still there and why that price is so different. And he's a rare, right? It says it right there. I suppose we could just look. Yeah, he is a rare reverse hollow. All these, Hisuian Breviary is a, oh no, he's Silver Tempest. He may not stay unless he's a, wait. Yeah, oh yeah, he's a rare, but he's a regular unhollow, right? So I think I kept him just like the Mewtwo. Yeah, just like the Mewtwo and the Milotic, I kept them there in the binder right now. In the portfolio sleeves, just not in the single sleeves like these guys. As you know me, I usually don't like to at all ever really touch the actual cards, mostly because I don't think of most of them as my own if I'm going to be selling them, right? They're yours, so I handle them very gently by the edges, kind of just let them rest there and until I get them in a sleeve, and then it's no holds barred. Hisuian Samurai, got a few of those deck exclusives there. I got a bunch of these Ralts, the teleportation burst Raltses. I don't know. Yeah, that move is actually not too bad for a Ralts in the current deck. Hey, Pokedrew, what's up? Oh, here he is. Yeah, because if you get stuck with, really the only time your Ralts is out and doing anything is if you're stuck with it in the beginning and you're active because it's your only basic Pokemon. And in that case, that's like teleportation burst is like the best move you could probably have. So I might actually have to switch my my Ralts is out in my deck, honestly, for that, because that has happened to me already. And then the Curlias that are the thing that the deck is almost built around. They're like the entire thing you're doing the whole way through. Oh yeah, again, we apparently can't use TCGPlayer right now. But the whole deck built around those. Got a few of those, maybe just 2 actually. 4 of those in the deck though. Yeah, I only have 2 for sale, but 4 of those for sure go hard. 2 Gardevoir EX just to make sure you get 1 in. But the Curly are with the refinement ability, letting you draw 2 cards for discard 1 and draw 2 cards is just, that's what you want. You're discarding energy, which is what you want like crazy. End up with all your energy in the discard pile quick. That Lana's Aid is amazing. Did you see it earlier on? Yeah, Lana's Aid. It's going to be a good one, I think, especially with Gardevoir EX being played now, or sorry, Greninja EX. I'm assuming it's going to be played because it wiped the floor with me. It was so strong. Again, it requires setup, and the guy had exactly what he needed immediately to get set up as quick as probably humanly possible with the deck, which is what really hurt me. But still, because oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So because of that, I mean, it didn't even matter what I did because again, he took 2 off the bench quick. He wouldn't have needed Alana's Aid because I wasn't able to do anything to him. Although I guess he said he got lucky because I was stonewalling his Greninja with Mimikyu as well. The good old Mimikyu, my favorite card. But he pulled and I'm sure he had more than one, but he pulled one of those double colorless energies, which was exactly what he needed to be able to use the second attack on his Greninja and snipe 2 of my bench Pokemon immediately, because it does like 200 or so. It does a ton of damage, and I had 2 little basic Pokemon, a Ralts, and I can't remember what else I had there, but it was something else that was semi-important, and he took them both off immediately. So no Curlia for a bit for me after that. Well, I suppose that's that. Do I have anything else here? All my decks are now sleeved up. I obviously have all these mini decks here sleeved up, 8 of them, different colors. Got all of the Lorcana, well, not all of them. I have 5 Lorcana decks ready to go for whenever we play with the family at some point here. I got our 2 Star Wars Unlimited decks sleeved up, and I love these boxes because these boxes that came with the 2-player starter set holds an entire sleeved deck. It's amazing. Pokemon needs to take a page out of that book, because all of these starter decks back here just have the boxes sitting in them because you can't do anything with them unless you're just going to store the cards in them, I suppose, without any protection. But who would do that? So yeah, that's it. Got extra cards from our pal Joey, which was amazing. Gonna at least be able to give him an Arven in return, a holo stamped Arven in return. Maybe something else next time, because we'll be the only time I see any of these guys is over at the comic shop for Pokemon stuff. Maybe one of these days I'll see him for something else down there. But pre-release coming up middle of August, so I'll see him for that. I don't know. I guess maybe there's no tournament next month, earlier regular one. There might be though, so maybe 2 tournaments. But next time I see him, I'll be able to give him that and pull some more prize packs. Maybe I'll get something else to throw his way, because I mean, that was nice. 2 holo switch cards and a holo Ultra Ball plus the holo Manaphy. Those 4 cards right there, probably decent. Definitely worth more than the Arven by itself. So I'd be more than happy to also give him some of those Darkness Energies if he needs them. I guess that's all I got. TCGPlayer is out. You're playing the Festival Applin deck, eh? Okay, so is it any good then? Because I know I've been getting, that was with a Thwacky. I don't know if there's multiple ones or not, but I had the Festival, pretty sure I had the Festival Applin and the Thwacky and the Rillaboom. I got that in the pre-release kit for our pre-release party when that came out, and it seemed pretty good. I couldn't get I had the Frostlass version of it, so that I was kind of familiar with the Frostlass. When I saw those Snow Runts come out against me in that first round, And I looked at him to make sure, and I saw Twilight Masquerade. I'm like, oh man, am I about to see some Frostlass? He says, hopefully. And then next turn, I see 2 Frostlass immediately. That was rough. Yeah, that deck seemed cool. The Thwacky seemed super fun. I don't know. I think the Diplins, the Applins and Diplins are kind of cool. I think the Dragon ones seem cool too, but I guess maybe they're not used at all. Yeah, nice though. I have a ton of those. I've been getting a bunch of those, so maybe I'll be able to sell some of those off for a little bit. This whole stack here, I don't have much, but this whole stack behind this thing is my current bulk collection of my own. Everything else in the back is auction bulk. My bulk, but from an auction that I'm just selling away. I think I kept a few of them, but yeah, so we're slowly getting those better things up on here. We do have some pretty cool stuff, but yeah, eventually we'll post all of that once we hit level 2. That little stack there, I'm trying to get most of my what would it be, between Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest / usable Crown Zenith stuff that's going to be rotating out, pretty much selling off anything that's really usable right now, so it can get used, I guess, for this next half a year or so. Things like Switch Cart, I suppose. So yeah, those Switch Carts, Hollow Switch Carts stamped, will probably all end up on TCGPlayer as soon as possible. Yeah, things like that. All right. Well, hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the help. Nearing 50 now, and then I'll be able to get I think I'll be able to stream on, or at least maybe just finagle a way to use my phone as a camera. But it'll be better than this one because I'm tired of using this. My earlier videos had better camera quality because I wasn't streaming, and it's sad. But yeah, whatever. We're getting close, and I'll be able to do that. And who knows what we have in store in the future. I'm planning on, I do 2 Pokemon streams a week. I do this one, which is a small one, and then I do a large one on Friday evenings. And then Wednesdays, I'm planning on doing more of a short market kind of stream. I also make my own games, so I'm trying to slowly introduce different things from that. I'm going to call it my Foundry vodcast, Temple Foundry vodcast. Probably maybe do that small streams on Saturdays or something for that. But I'm also into Lorcana, like I said. I'm probably going to try to do, at some point, get into opening 1 Lorcana thing a week. It might be like a Thursday or a Tuesday, whatever it ends up being. Might even end up at some point getting into opening 1 Yu-Gi-Oh thing a week, so maybe we'll do Lorcana Tuesday and Yu-Gi-Oh Thursday, and then we'll have Pokemon maybe Monday and Friday, or Tuesday and Friday. Keep it this, not sure. Still kind of working all that out. Friday evening at between 5 and 6 p.m. is the start time. That's kind of the one. Don't really have any expensive packs. Oh, on TCGPlayer, I don't actually have any Pokemon packs. I don't think I do have. Actually, everything I have sealed was right on the screen. It's right on the side over here on the other side of this box now, though. And then on the other side of that other stuff, unfortunately, you can't see it. I do have a Quick Ball tin. It's, I guess, like 2022. May contain an Evolving Skies pack, but, who knows. I got 3 Build and Battle boxes from Temporal Forces. I got a bunch of starter decks from Lorcana. I have the Star Wars Unlimited 2-player starter set, which these 2 decks came in. I got 2 of those, so I opened 1 myself. I also have Palkia V-Star deck. So in the way of sealed stuff, not a whole lot of like crazy things. But then cards, we don't have a whole lot of crazy stuff either posted right now. I have some like B-Barrels. What else was there? Oh, there was 2. Yeah, wait, yeah. B-Barrels, Boss's Orders, like just hollow Boss's Orders, reverse hollows of each. Oh yeah, and then I got the 2 Stamp Force Seal Stones up there now. Stamp B-Barrel and a old Stamp Cinderace, which I guess is worth a few bucks. So Actually, the Stamp Cinderace, I think, is the most valuable card I have posted currently. I also have my, and again, most of this, the stamp stuff is the only stuff that is stuff I actually pulled myself. Everything else is stuff I got from the auction, which is all near mint condition, all really awesome condition. This Alakazam EX is the only other thing that I pulled myself. But since I have two of those, I figured I'd post that one too. It's a little over market, but I think it crashed a little bit, and I think it's going to go up. So I just posted it at $1.50. I just, like I say, whoever wants to purchase cards at a couple cents more, that's just like a little donation to me. 2 sealed products. One is Hidden Fates tin and Evolving Skies tin, or what? The Hidden Fates tin. That's pretty cool though. Nice. I would like to get me some of those. The first place I was really on was Pokemon Center. Oh, nice. First place I was on was PokemonCenter.com. Searching there before I found out about TCGPlayer, and I was kind of trying to buy all the oldest stuff that they still had in stock. I got some pretty cool stuff, I think, but then I realized there was TCGPlayer, and I could get even older stuff here. So I'm kind of working on. I want to be able to get everything that they're making now, and of course premiere it on stream here. But then also kind of fill in our old collection, because I just started collecting 61 episodes ago. I think it's about. We're just at the end. Yeah, we're just at the end of month 5 now. This Friday is going to be our end of month 5 stream, and I'll be doing a ETB. So yeah, if you can catch me Friday evening at 5 to 6 p.m. This is going to be the start time Eastern. Be doing a. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I have to do. It's going to be doing an Elite Trainer box. Which lastly here for the stream, since I was going to end, I'll see you later. Thanks for chilling with me. Thanks for the sub. And I will see you in the future. Pokey Drew. We have here the box containing the Elite Trainer box that we will be opening. It is not a new one, like a new, super new one. So we already have Twilight Masquerade. And the Temper Forces ones we'll get soonish, maybe. All right. I'll get there quick. So this was the choice. There wasn't actually much of a choice, like I just mentioned. One of my things I still try to do is get things on PokemonCenter.com while they're still available, especially if the TCGPlayer price is about the same or higher, then I want them from there. Get them from there, and if they go out of stock there, then I like to go to TCGPlayer and try to grab them there. And one thing that went out of stock recently was this Battle Styles Rapid Strike version, Battle Styles Elite Trainer box. So relatively older. It's actually out of rotation, obviously, but we need all these. I would like to collect all the Sword and Shield, at least to the beginning of Sword and Shield Elite Trainer boxes, and then everything from then on. And from now on, we'll probably be getting all the new ones as they come out and filling in the other months that we need, and maybe other streams even with all the older Elite Trainer boxes. In the back there, if my camera was better, you could see what we have so far, which is Vivid Voltage, which was first, I think, actually. And then Fusion. Actually, I think they went in that order. Vivid Voltage, Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, and then our Twilight Masquerade. This will be number 5 for month 5. Perfect. And then, of course, they already have month 6 is already planned. So our half a month anniversary, which will be a cool big collection stream, we'll be doing we'll be doing Shrouded Fables. Month after that, we'll be doing Stellar Crown, because those are the new sets. So it'll be a bit until we see the new thing. It was funny. I just saw actually a guy local to me when I was looking on like Facebook Marketplace. Now I've been browsing there for like really good deals, and I've been finding some. But somebody had a bunch of Elite Trainer boxes, mostly all these, and he's selling them for like the basically the same price, $40. And he has one single strike, and he has a bunch of Rapid Strike, which I found funny. I could have bought it from him if I really wanted to, but it's probably easier to do it this way, whatever. So this is going to be the thing for Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern, or maybe like 5:30-ish. I'll see you and anyone else who joins us then. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Randy, and this is Nerds Templar. Have a good week. I will see you then, maybe even Wednesday, probably Wednesday also. Until then, peace.